Hey there guys, Derek's Damn Toys here, back with another action figure review. Today we've got Unmatched Series 2, and the second to last one of my last unboxing video that I gotta do, well, besides my Christmas figure I got, so we'll get into that on a certain day. Hopefully we can do that before New Year's. I'm gonna try to get the normal Cody because I got the Supreme Cody Walmart exclusive, so I'm gonna try to find the normal one, and if I can, I want to do a side-by-side figure like comparison slash review of them both. Maybe I'll bust out the Ultimate Edition and compare them side by side and see like what's better and what's not, but that's not what we're doing today. We're getting this figure reviewed. So let's take a look at the packaging. Was a pretty decent wave. I actually saw this Sting in Walmart the other day before Christmas. If they still have it there, I might just pick it up when I go. I might even do like a little small like Walmart maybe buys slash like I don't know, like a toy hunt. Yeah, that's what they call it, toy hunt. I could do a little toy hunt. My bad, I lost my train of thought and we're already almost 2 minutes in. Oh man, I've been making videos too long tonight on top of not sleeping till like, I don't know, I want to say I didn't get to bed till like 9 o'clock last night, but then I woke up at 3 and couldn't go back to bed, so I've been running off of like 4 hours of sleep because I woke up on and off before 3 o'clock. My mind's gonna be a little all over the place, so sorry if I stumble all over my words, which I kind of already do in the first place. But enough talk. Let me bust out old reliable. Let's get this figure open, and we shall be back. Alrighty, we are back, and we've got the accessories. Fun fact, I accidentally clicked stop record, so I've got to do a little bit of editing between two videos now for this review. Uh, gotta love the 1 o'clock in the morning vibes. And I gotta be up at a certain point tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to get through this with reasonable time, but I also want to give this one and the next figure review a like special kind of review because I actually own their other figures and I kind of want to see the differences between the two. I'm not going to break down every accessory, but I will look at some of the detail between each figure and see what's similar and what's not and stuff of that nature. So hopefully that won't take forever, but we'll get a little bit of an action figure comparison. Speaking of action figure comparisons, though, the screaming head sculpt compared to the straight face, that screaming head sculpt is almost like spot on to Santana. They both look really good. And then you've got the little pointer finger things that he had with his last figure. And he comes with two-fisted gloved fist. Trembling all over my words. He's got two gloved fisted hands. One that kind of matches Ortiz from the other set. Because the Ortiz from the other set has one black glove and one, I'm not exactly sure what flag that is. Isn't it like the Puerto Rican flag? If I got that wrong, my bad. I don't know all of my flags. Not gonna sit here and act like I do either. So as you can see, the figure did come with a little bit of plastic, so I'm just gonna set the camera down real quick, get that off, because I don't feel like accidentally having to edit in a third half of this video. All I can say is while I'm trying to get this off and I'm partially struggling, how was your guys' Christmas? Was it good? Are you guys excited for the new year and what new figures we might possibly get along the way? Because I mean, I know I am, but hopefully we'll get some pretty nice figures in 2023. And another fun fact, I'll be turning 23 in 2023. So, yeah. That's gonna be grand. Anyway, this figure already looks cooler. He's got a different colored little, like, overall suspender top. The camo pants are a nice touch. And it's pretty much the same exact formula of his last figure, but it's got a little bit more upgrade, like it's got some paint on the boots, something that definitely wasn't on the figure beforehand. Just really nice paint detail for the attire. The gloves look really nice, and I almost kind of want to see what it would look like if I mix the two gloves up from the Ortiz figure, but maybe we'll get there. If you notice, unlike his other figure, he doesn't have wrist tape this time. His tattoo, I want to say, at least on the shoulder, looks just like identical to his first figure. But the chest tattoo actually looks like it has maybe either a little bit more color or a little bit more better line work compared to the first one. I don't know, all I can say is if I do end up using the original Santana, I'm going to be swapping this torso top on it. And you know, speaking of that, why don't we just bust out the other Santana real quick? So as you can see, the skin color of the original Santana is actually different compared to the normal Santana. So swapping head sculpts and stuff of that nature, maybe not the first thing you want to do. But as you can see, I think the tattoo is actually not just a little bit bigger on that side, because it does look a little bit bigger. But unless mine just rubbed off with a little while of play, because it's not like these figures have been out that long, at least not that I recall. But that tattoo is more prevalent on his chest. Now, oh, they both want to fall. Jesus. If I can get them both to stand properly. Sorry about that. But the tattoo on the newer Santana does look maybe a little bit bigger compared to the old one as well. But the colors and stuff look pretty identical. It's just this Santana has a lighter skin tone on the arms compared to this one, at least from what it's picking up on camera. And in person, it definitely does look like a darker skin tone on this version of Santana as well. That's something I'm complaining about. The head sculpts look great on both of them. I think equally All of the Santana head sculpts we've gotten so far are perfect. But enough figure comparisons, because I'm sure plenty of people have seen this figure already, and if not, it's pretty much just all black with gold suspender straps and a bandana that has their native flag on it. So, breaking this figure down real quick, his articulation, he can look up that high, he can look down that low. His arms can do a 360. They can go out that far with the shoulder joint. He's got bicep cut, double bend in the elbow. He's got wrist bend and a wrist rotation. There we go. It's just a little stiff. He can look down that far without bending his legs. He can look that far back without bending his legs. There we go. Of course, with these figures, they've got rib rotation. I don't remember if I mentioned this on the Brian Cage or not, but he does have upper thigh cut, and so doesn't the Brian Cage. He's got a pretty nice split for a figure that can... Oh, he can kick forward pretty well. Never mind. He pretty much runs just about as smooth as the original Santana. Like, let's be honest, this figure is pretty much just the original Santana, but with a better attire, better skin tone in my opinion. And I don't know, I mean, it does kind of feel a little bit more smooth compared to this one, where, like, it's still pretty stiff. But I don't know. I don't know which one I think would be better. I mean, this one's just plain. That's why I'm digging this one so much now that I have it in hand. And it's just kind of crazy to see how just by the second figure, Santana's figure already looks 10 times better just based off of skin tone alone. But speaking of that, we're not reviewing him, we're reviewing him. Thank God that wasn't a set of hands. I will go and grab that. And hopefully I can get Santana to stand up properly. I knew I shouldn't have tried to... I know I shouldn't have tried to bend his leg too much, but he does have a double bend in the knee, upper boot cut. He's got ankle bend and ankle pivot. I don't know why this doesn't want to stand, and I don't want to be making too much noise because it is past 1 o'clock in the morning here. So, what would I rate this figure? It's really good. It's definitely got a better attire. All of that is definitely a big plus in my book. I would say kind of like the Brian Cage, but I'm going to give him an 8.5. I don't want to give him a 9, but he definitely would deserve a 9. Let's be honest. He definitely does. I feel like if he came with a couple more accessories, he would have gotten a 9. But as far as rating it with like stars, if I'm giving him an 8.5, let's give him a 4.5. And with that being said, before I ramble and I say a bunch of stuff, whether you listen to it or not, and if you do, thank you. Before I start my outro, I just want to say thank you to everyone who actually takes the time to watch my videos and stuff like that. I appreciate every view and every like, and If you guys do leave comments, I will look at them. So feel free to leave comments. Maybe tell me what you think about the figure, whether you like it, if you don't like it, and I'll give you my opinion, and I'll be 100% honest. Like, I may love the figure, but if you point out the fact that it took so long for us to get it, like someone did with the Sean Spears, I took the time to reply to him. And I like this comment because I agree. It took 2 years too late before we got pinnacle white attires, and it's probably going to be the only pinnacle gear we ever get to. But that's just the kind of example I'm willing to show. I actually remembered his comment. I don't remember the guy's name, but I'm sure if he's watching this, if you want to comment below, be like, hey, that was me, feel free. But on that note, like the video if you like the video. If you don't, that's cool too. Subscribe for future content, especially because I do have another upload coming after this one, and probably a few more depending on what I find tomorrow when I go shopping. Follow me on Twitter and Twitter and Instagram. I'll have the links down in the description below, and I should have the description filled with links for each and every video on my channel, so no matter which one you watch, I want to say there should be at least a link to a post and or just my account in general for both Twitter and Instagram. So if you want to try to maybe get a hold of me on one of those two, if I have enough time, I'll try to respond to you guys. I'd be willing to do that. But on that note, I gotta get the next review done, and I gotta head my happy ass to bed. And if you hear people talking in the background during the video, sorry about that. I kind of got a video in my room playing just for background noise, and you might be able to hear my girlfriend snoring, but that's alright. I deal with that every night. Love you, hun, and love you guys. Deuces.